Well, it's funny because we actually had this exact situation happen for us where we had a players only meeting for our defense. What was it, like 3 weeks ago? And defense gotten a little bit somewhat, it's exactly the same. So today we're watching the Pat McAfee show, and I want to react real fast to JJ Watt talking about players only meetings. Because again, we had our own players only meeting with our defense, and after 2 hours, they had a players only meeting. It really, in the end, didn't resolve much at all. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So let's just listen to what he has to say, and I'll give my thoughts and opinions.
Jage, can you tell people that have never been a part of a players only meeting, how do they usually go? Like, what's usually the vibe? How do you, when you walk through?
Yeah, most players only meetings are, well, I mean, I'm biased here, so I can't. I choose to believe that this one is different than a lot of the ones.
Of course,
they're a team that's
just
considered to be a Super Bowl contender
in general.
But like other ones, I mean, there is a lot of there's one guy up there that's like, "Hey guys, I'm going to take control of this. We're going to get this under control right away." And there's a lot of people in the room rolling their eyes, laying back in their seats, kind of waiting. And then there's definitely one guy speaking that should not be speaking in front of the team ever.
Every time,
for sure. And he's going to try and rally the troops and really give his go of it, what he's seeing from the sidelines that he thinks the team needs to work on.
Nice.
And that guy's always a fucking idiot.
Yes, yep, always. That is true. Yeah, every team has that too, yeah.
And then somebody tries to bring it back around, and they're like, all right, so we're going to take away from this is that we all need to come in a little earlier. We all need to stay a little later. We all need to really give it a good go this week, as the Jets say, 3 good weeks of practice. We need that, and then we're going to be good. And it just ends, and everybody leaves and immediately starts talking to their close clique of friends. Like, God, that was fucking dumb.
Talking shit about everybody's speech.
Can you believe what's his nuts got up there and said, like, he played one snap one time, and he thinks he can tell us how to play? Like,
man, I have never.
Yeah, I think that's like a good summary of how it might have went for us as well. Because, wow. I really thought it was going to be something special, okay? I really did. And it was a clusterfluff. Because as JJ Watt says right there, yeah, that's true. Some players, they really don't have much to speak on. But those players are usually the most vocal players. And that's really the problem, is you have, a total of 11 different I guess more than 11, because you have the whole defense, even backups as well. But you have a bunch of guys with different personalities, with how they feel about the team, how they feel about this, how they feel about that. And you got a 2-hour meeting where these guys, some of the guys don't even want to be there, right? I'm sure there are some that do. The leaders, the captains usually do. But majority of them probably don't want to be there. They don't want to deal with it. They already ticked off about everything. And then you got, Joe Schmo. I was going to use Jackson Carman, for example. Imagine having an offensive meeting, right? All the offense guys, Joe Burrow's in there, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all these guys. And Jackson Carman goes, all right, guys, here's where I think we're messing up. That would be really frustrating as a player on that team being like, dude, why are you talking? And again, it's going to be very difficult to get everyone on the same page. And clearly, you leave that and you kind of forget everything that possibly just was said. And this is kind of it. It is what it is. It sucks. It really does, because I really thought a defense-only meeting was going to help out somewhat, but it didn't. I mean, again, they played a little bit better, but it's really a lot of it because we got players back from injury. But overall-wise, it's forever going to happen. 2-hour meeting. And you got Jackson Carman up there doing the spins. But the whole point is, as it says right here, a team-only meeting is a team death sentence. And that's what people are really kind of going with. Now, obviously, the Texans had their own team-only meeting, or defense-only meeting after their loss So that's the whole premise behind that. And what the premise behind all of this is that, you know, as JJ says, he hopes that their situation gets better because they are a contender. But 99% of the time, it's just people speaking. Players don't want to be there. Players don't want to, like, in my head, especially with how close our team is, I feel like, in my head, it was like, okay, everyone's going to stand up and voice their opinion, and this is going to really, you know, everyone's going to be heard. But reality-wise, JJ is 100% correct. That's just not reality. The reality is you're going to have guys just speaking 1,000 times, well, 1,000 different words being said, and no one really cares / is taking it in. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Wish you had, sometimes you just need a coach to come in and, so I'd say you have a coach come in and say something, but at the same time, it's like, that doesn't even help either. Because I think Brian Callahan said it best when he said that, you know, a coach can only do so much on the field. That's when you need your players to be the coaches. You need your players to be the leaders. And, yeah. Shout out to JJ Watt. Shout out to Pat McAfee Show. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.